Good morning, it's Mihaela Telecan from healingwithfoods.org, your host on this Facebook page. Thank you for watching this live video demo, whether you are going to do it live or later on watch the recording. I'm super excited about this recipe and I'll tell you why. My network is weak. Ooh. That's not good. Well, I hope you guys can see me, all despite the fact that it's weak connection. Maybe I'll have to come back. Let me fix my... Oh, I have one viewer. Can you please put a comment, the one viewer, hello, that is there. I just want to make sure I have good audio and video quality. If it's no good, then I'm gonna turn it off and go change my internet connection, so I know for sure you can hear me and see me well. So if you're kind enough to put a comment in the comments below, I would appreciate that. If I don't hear anything from you, it might mean that you can't see me. I'm not getting the message anymore, so maybe I can go live. Okay, so why I'm excited about this recipe is because every time I make it for my husband, he's asked me, are you sure you invented this? In other words, he likes it. I mean, I didn't invent it, I just came up with it. I guess for recipe you can't use the word invention. But anyway, he really likes it and he keeps saying, oh, you should definitely patent this one. When he says that, I know it's good. So I should share it. And why I say that? Because his taste buds are completely different than mine. For most of the time, whenever I make something, to me it tastes so good because I'm so, you know, everything that's clean and healthy tastes good to me, but not necessarily to him. So when I make something that he tells me it tastes good, so I assume it, for most palates out there, it will taste good as well. So that's why I want to share this recipe with you, and I'm going to write the blog on the benefits of chia, why add chia seeds to your diet if you haven't done it yet. So what is chia and why add it to your diet? However, today I'm not going to talk about any of that. I'm just going to show you how to make this wonderful chia seed pudding. And this is from A to Z, meaning I'll show you the ingredients and then how to make the milk and then how to make the pudding. It's really super easy. So let me show the ingredients first of what you need. Actually, I'll talk about first. So you need milk and you need chia seeds. Now, you can use dairy, like cow milk, if you consume dairy. I make it with cashew milk, and I don't buy cashew's milk for the very simple reason I do not like getting things in boxes for most part, but particularly I don't like the fact that they use stabilizers, because when you make those nut-based milks, whether it's almond or cashews or even coconut, the solids will separate from the liquid base, so there are two different densities. So manufacturers will add stabilizers or emulsifiers, rather stabilizer, to keep the two different contents together. So, and those are not necessarily the best for long-term health, especially if you have digestive issues going on, like all those are gums, types of fibers that can cause issues around your gut. So I will show you how, because I already have a cashew milk I made the other day. You see how it separates? These are the solids in the cashew milk, and I do not strain cashew milk. That's why I prefer making cashew milk over almond milk, because almond milk you have to strain it. So the solids will separate on the bottom, and then you have the liquid, the water on top. So what you need to do really before you consume it is just to flip it upside down, and it's all back together. So here you have a nice homogenized or homogeneous milk that you don't have to get from the store. You make it your own. So I will show you today how to make the milk and then how to make the chia pudding. Looks like the connection stabilized, it's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ingredients. First, for the milk. To make the milk, you will need a blender or a heavy duty blender like the Vitamix, even the Bullet I think will make it. If you don't have a heavy duty blender, you can soak the nuts overnight, so it's easier for the blender to make it small particles enough so you don't have to strain. I personally don't strain it. Like this, I have the whole cashew in there. So this is what you need. I'm gonna flip the camera so I show you the ingredients. This is what you need for everything we are making today. You will need a cup of cashews. You can use a little bit of vanilla to give flavor, honey to sweeten, pinch of sea salt. Today I'm going to make it special because I want to give it color, so I'm going to use beet powder to make our pudding pink. Of course you need water, and then for the pudding you will need chia seeds and the cashew milk we are making, a glass and a spoon to mix it. So coming back, I think it's raining outside the camera. Okay, I'm back. So let's proceed with the milk first. I'm getting my, I'm gonna point the camera a little bit lower so you can see the blender. So this is the Vitamix. I will put the 1 cup of cashews. Now proportions, if you wanna make a milk-like consistency, you will, I personally use 1 cup of nuts with 4 cups of water. If you want to make a cashew cream, you can use 1:1 or 1:2 if you want to make it a little like a half and half. So you can use cashews to make various things. I always add a pinch of salt. It enhances the flavor. About a tablespoon of honey. Measuring spoon. Remember, when you make this pudding, if it's not sweet enough, you can always add honey at the end. My husband actually is asking for more sweetener in it, but for me it's plenty. Then I'm going to rinse my spoon. You need water. Let me see if I get the water. I pre-measured. Oops, looks like I made a mess. I'm funny about making mess in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm just gonna rinse the spoon a little bit. You can see, right? I'm doing it. Then the Vitamix has measuring, so I go up to 5 cups on the measurements of the Vitamix. So that gives me about 4 cups of actual liquid I'm using. Now, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna use beets. So our milk is going to turn pink. It's gonna be interesting. It's the first time I'm using it because I think it's gonna make the pudding much more fun to eat. I will use a 1/4 teaspoon beet powder, and let's see if this is going to be enough. And I will put few drops of vanilla just for flavoring. In fact, I can measure a 1/4 teaspoon just because this doesn't have a dropper. This is vanilla extract with no, let me see, I think it's no alcohol. Okay. So now I'm ready to blend all the ingredients together. Okay, I think you can see the blender. I go on high speed. It's gonna take 2 minutes. So you have to bear with me on this one because otherwise we're not gonna have a good quality milk. It has to blend for 2 minutes. So get ready, it's gonna be loud. Like it needs more beet powder, not pink enough. I need the whole this about 2 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to put the blender to the side so I can show you what's going on in here. I think I could have... Ooh, it's raining really hard. I hope you can hear me. So I'm gonna point the camera a little bit lower. I'm using a fancy glass so you can see through it like a wine glass. Normally I put it in a cup. However, today, because I want you to see how it looks, I'm using a glass. So I use 1 scoop. Do you know those measuring scoops from like protein powders? Doesn't say how much this is, but I calculate it's about 2 tablespoons. So if you don't have a measuring scoop, you can use 2 tablespoons. And then you are going to make sure you stir it. And you take your milk you just made, or if you have it saved in there. So if you use the white milk, it's gonna turn white. Today we're gonna use the pink milk. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna be. It has lots of foam on top, so I'm gonna try to move it to the side a little bit. Now probably you wonder how much milk. Anywhere between 4 to 6 ounces. I never measure. I go pretty much by eyes. If it's too thick, you are going to add more. Let me raise the camera so you can. You're just gonna add more milk to it. The key is to mix it well in the very beginning, because otherwise chia will tend to clump. So why this turns into a pudding? Because chia is a very thirsty seed. It swells up. I have to double check. I think more than 5 times its volume, maybe like 8 times. So anytime you put in water or any type of liquid, it can be coconut water, it can be milk, such as in this case, it's going to absorb the liquid and just expand, and it turns into a beautiful pudding. Unfortunately, this is a on-the-spot video I'm making, so I don't have one to show you except for the photo I posted below when I announced this video. But what I will do later on, because this even in about half an hour to 1 hour, it's already good. It gets hard. However, I like to make it in the morning and have it later at night or later in the day, because then it gets really, really thick. It swells up to its capacity. So what I will do, I will come later and show you. I'll have a taste of it and show you how it looks, and hopefully it will taste good too because of the beets. It might be even a little bit sweeter due to the beets. It's the first time I'm making, and I think I could have put even more beets, so it would be darker pink, more intense. But it's a beautiful color, it's delicious, it's nutritious, so I highly encourage you to try it and let me know if you like it. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me and my work. Again, I'm the owner of Healing with Foods. I am a health and wellness strategist. I use food, whole foods, primarily lower carbohydrate, grain-free, gluten-free, most starches out because it's low carbs, and obviously, but the idea is whole foods, food like habitual movements or ancestral movements, and the power of the mindset to help women, mostly men too, transform their life, health, and happiness. If you'd like to know more about me, I would love for you to check my website, healingwithfoods.org, and to join my free private Facebook group where I post, I'm there every day, I answer questions, I engage people in different wins, and post recipes, fitness routines, and wonderful interviews with different practitioners. And it's just a place for support and accountability. So I would love to have you join the Facebook group. I will put a link below, and also to check my website, my blog. I have various paid, mostly free, some paid programs, and of course I do coaching, private coaching one-on-one, and for this month I have 3 spots left only. So if you are thinking of taking full charge of your health and happiness using the help of a coach, I'm more than happy to sit down with you, have a transformation call, and see if coaching with me is the next thing for you to do. Anyway, I didn't want to turn this into a sales video by any means, but I can't help but share with you what I do. So I'll catch you soon. Every so often you can come back. You see it's already thickening. I mean, if I stay 10 more minutes with you here, you see how it grows in volume. You're gonna see the end product. It really works fast, like within half an hour it will be ready. But again, the longer it stays, the more it absorbs the liquid, so it turns better. And again, if it's too thick, you can always add a little bit more milk. Again, I don't really measure. I'm like the queen of doing things by eye. So I hope this helps you. I hope you enjoyed it. It turned out to be 16 minutes. I was hoping to be a little bit shorter because I know people are busy, don't have too much time. However, it was a deep pleasure and a privilege to be talking with you and share this with you. And talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye. And I have one viewer. Hello. You can put a comment below. If you missed the video, watch the replay. Bye.